Hey everybody, welcome back. It's always a little work trying to get this camera set up. I hope that it's set up and the lighting is right and everything is good and tight for our next planet energetic series. Let's just review what I've done so far and I gotta look. I know I've done Saturn. We did Mars. Last week I just did, and I'm gonna check. Let's check right quick. Okay, boom. So we've done Saturn, Mars, and Venus within our planet energetic learning series. If you are new to this channel, my name is Kayla. I am also known as the Den Queen in these metaphysical esoteric streets. Tongue-tied. And I am hosting this series on planet energetics. Now, a point that I was thinking about that I wanted to make sure that I made when I did this video is that this is not an astrology lesson, okay? I may do that later. This is all about energetic signatures. This is all about kind of comparing the energetics of the planet with the energetics in you. And hopefully by the end of this series, realizing that they are one in the same in a very real sense. We are all these big bodies of energy that are navigating ourselves around this world, and to better understand ourselves, it is a great idea to also understand, overstand, and understand the energies within our cosmic system, the energies that are also here dancing around with us and that are very much a part of our everyday life. So we've done Mars, Saturn, Venus. I'm going to start with Jupiter right now. Now, Jupiter is known as the god of gods. Jupiter is the big boy, the big daddy, you know, the big dog in the sky in a sense. And just like Saturn, it has a very imposing type of energy. Wherever Jupiter is, or whenever Jupiter kind of floats through your life, wherever the energy is within your bodies, within the world, it has a significant impact. Okay, you're going to know that Jupiter was there. So I do, in each of the series, I do talk about the gods, the deities that represent these planets, and I do that in this energetic conversation because so a lot of the personas from these guys are also going to define their energetic resonance. What we know about them is purely, and what we know about these planets are in direct relation to the embodiment of these deities and the definition of their embodiments. So Jupiter Jupiter himself, the name Jupiter comes from the Roman god Jupiter, and Jupiter was the king of the gods, so the head honcho, you know, the one that told everybody what to do, all right? He was the god of the sky, the thunder, lightning, sky. That is Jupiter. So the ruler of everything above, telling all of the other deities what to do. The energetics of Jupiter, when we think about where we feel Jupiter, and this is important as we explore energetics, it's much more about where we feel them, and less about where we see these energies, because you don't see, like, you can't see the air, but you know that it's there. So this is definitely about how we feel the energies, how we apply them, and how they not manipulate us, but how they change us as they flow and transit through. So I did say Jupiter represents this supreme energy. Jupiter is that energy of, wherever Jupiter is, and when it comes into the picture, it grows things. Now, that's usually depending on what else is there, what else is with Jupiter or commingling with that energy. But Jupiter is going to expand it. Jupiter is like that first breath in a sense. It is going to open you up to new things and new pathways. It is the great opener. This is the energy of going. Jupiter, it doesn't stop. Moving. Jupiter likes to move. It is that, keep going, keep moving type of response. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter represents, I was going to say complementary to, but Jupiter represents the element of air, which, well, not air, the element of space. And when you think about space, you think about expanse, unlimited, infinite possibilities of expanse. And that is like the chief energetic cord of Jupiter. Baby, it is always here to expand upon space and time. The personification of the god Jupiter, it was always based in space and time. So and when we get to the chakra points, it's going to make a lot of more sense too when we think about how we integrate and apply the energy of Jupiter and the energy that it represents in our life. It is quantum leap type energy. If you ever wanted to do a quantum leap, maybe it's a future self type of ritual or exercise, like tap in with your future self, Jupiter would be the energy to work with there. Maybe you do it on a Jupiter day, or something like that. Maybe you do it within the hour of Jupiter. Maybe you do it using the elements of Jupiter. However you do that, tapping into that energy would be great for anything that has to do with quantum leaping, timeline jumping, time travel. That's the energy that you want to tap into. Jupiter is going to represent, and I wrote here, the tentacles of energy frequency spreading out, flowing out from the central source of that source, but moving autonomously to make its own statement. And that's what I think about all of these planetary energies, right? Coming out from a central source, still one of that source, right? Still one of the, where it started, the body of God, or wherever you believe this energy starts. But they are tentacles. All of these energies come out, whether we are talking about Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus. They all come out and stretch out like the branches from a tree from this center, and they're moving autonomously, yet in this dance with each other. So it's a autonomous movement of energies, and also a community of energy as well. And I just feel like that's an interesting point to make when we are exploring, as we are doing these energetic explorations of these planets. It's all connected, and it's all coming from the same space, moving autonomously and moving in a community connectivity type of fashion to all make this shit happen, to make it what it is, to create the world that you see. and our impact, and the impact of these energies shine and are shown within the energetic universe. Because Jupiter is that level up energy. It is the going to that next step. Going beyond. It is the pusher. It is where Mars will get you active, and it's the energy of doing. Jupiter is can be combined with that, or can be thought of. It's going to make you grow. It's going to make it grow. Now, depending on what else is with it, that growth could go a whole bunch of different ways. Because it's all about, what's with it. But essentially, Jupiter energetics is expanse, okay? Now, the chakras that Jupiter are associated with are the sacral chakra. And depending on whose study that you're looking at, because usually with the Vedic astrology denotations, it's going to be different from Western. So for this video, we're going to talk about the sacral and the third eye chakra, okay? And both of them make sense for me when it comes to putting them in the room with Jupiter and feeling that energy of Jupiter within my own body. Within the sacral, that's representing your will power. Not only your willpower, but also your worth. And I feel like the energy of Jupiter is represented within that space, because when you recognize your worth, when you tap into your will, you are then able to open up to all the spaces above it, right? You're then able to, because it's only, for example, it is only when I tap into my self-worth that I can truly, truly open up my heart space. When I really accept and walk with and, live life in this way that represents, it's just, walking about in my true worth, knowing that I'm worthy of all the things, baby. When that worth is uncorked. That's what I want to use. When your sense of worth is uncorked, the heart space is truly unleashed. Okay? And with the third eye, there is nothing more expansive than a declassified, open third eye. All right? I could go on and on talking about that. When your third eye is open, you are open to infinite expansions and possibilities and knowledges and lessons in tea from the universe. There may be nothing more expansive than an open third eye. And in that sense, Jupiter is the exact representation of the energy within that space, within my body, within your body. Using that to apply, working with my opening up my third eye. Maybe I want to journal. Maybe I want to do a ritual. And that application of knowing that it also represents Jupiter energy. I was going to say Jupiterian. I don't know if that's a word, but it can be today. I can do that type of work on a Jupiter day, Jupiter hour, right? And just tapping into the current of that energy. All right, and we're going to move to the, as a matter of fact, I'm going to close it. I was going to do, well, you know what? Maybe I will. All right, so we just did Jupiter, and now we are going to do Mercury. I kind of was like going back and forth whether I wanted to like do this next or not, but boom, we're here and we are doing it. Mercury. I love the energy of Mercury. I think, you know, when Mercury comes through to, Mercury is the teacher. Mercury is the energy of learning, and that you try to keep it the best in this non-astrological pocket as I possibly can. However, when we're speaking about Mercury, I could go either way. But the energy of Mercury is that energy within you that is that same energy within you that wants to know. That urge that you get to ask a question, that urge that you got when you were a kid, raising your hand in class, that is Mercurian energy. Okay? The reader, I was going to say the reader, but the reading, the seeking. That's a better way to put it. The energy of seeking out, that feeling of you wanting to seek out what you want to know. That, and in Roman mythology, Mercury is the messenger. And I really just wanted to say, you know, Mercury comes over. It's like it comes through the sky and it just drops off, drops off knowledge, drops off what you need to know, puts that energy in the air of, ooh, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. That is Mercury. The seeker of knowledge, the feeling of wanting to know something, that feeling of curiosity, the energy or the way of being in which we always have within every experience within our lives, there is a message. And I feel like that is Mercurian energy. Mercurian energy is tied so intricately into every single thing. Because it is within every experience that there is a message. And I don't want to, keep up with me now, y'all. But this energy is intertwined within everything, because within everything there is a message. And all of these energies are here as a part of our own evolution as a human, as a being, as what we came here to be and do. Okay? So all of these energies reside and play with us and dance with us while we're here to evolutionize who we are, what we do. So Mercury, that energy, that intertwining within every facet of our beings, is that resonance of, you will always be learning. We are forever students, within life. When you look at the astrology of Mercury, and Mercury being the closest planet to Earth, right? I think that has a lot to, I think looking deeper into that, you will begin to unveil what it means for Mercury to be close to us. I remember I just said intertwined within everything. I think the intertwining within everything has a lot to do with Mercury's position, astrological position with Earth. We're never getting away from, we don't get away from any of the energies. but Mercury is always with us, and in a very real, daily type of way. You know, it's like that energy of Mercury always wants us to know something, right? And the Roman god Mercury, the which the namesake is derivative from, is the same way. Now, in the realms of the chakras, Mercury is, and let me pull this up. Okay, Mercury is associated with the Swadhisthana chakra, and that is Vedic astrology. This is going to be located in the abdomen area, so basically the sacral. The abdomen area, right above the root chakra, opening you up. And I think of the chakras like, okay, remember we were talking about Mars and Saturn being connected to the root. So you come to the root and you have to have this discipline, this grounded action, and this grounded discipline action that brings you out of fear, you know, within the root. And when you come out of that, you're coming to this space of, okay, what am I willing to do? Where do I go? With Mercury being there within Vedic astrology, I feel like, you know, you're coming from, okay, I'm breaking through. Now, what do I think I want to do? You know, and where are those thoughts going to take me as they move up this energetic chakra system that is within our bodies? Now, Mercury is also no surprising to this. Well, not surprising. It's also associated with the throat chakra, of course, being the energy, the planet of communication, representing communication, knowledge, and all of the things. Of course, it's going to be connected with that throat chakra. No surprise there, right? And it is within this space that this is one of the most like visible chakra. It's one of the most visible chakras. Like, you can see your throat, right? You can see this throat point, and it's one of the most easiest to kind of I don't want to say one of the most easiest, but I feel like the throat chakra is very adamant. You know, it's out there. It's right there. You know, here's my throat. You can see it. It's not hiding. And I feel like that placement within our bodies is telling us that we should not hide. We shouldn't hide it as well. You know, your throat is not hidden. When we're talking, you can see people, vocal cords and stuff. You can see movement in the throat, child, when people are talking. And so it's not hidden. It's not a hidden space. And so I don't think that our voices, I think the telling, or the what God is trying to tell us in that, is that don't hide your voice. Speak up, child. You know, I gave you a throat. I gave you a mouth that people can see, and a throat that you could feel. You know, a throat that you can see the rhythmic of the sounds coming through. I don't want you to hide it. I want you to see me. And we could combine that with the energetic resonance of Mercury as well, not only communicating or having a message, but speaking on that message, letting that message be heard, letting, whatever you're learning from that message, from the many messages in life, communicate those, share those with the world, because that's what Mercury wants you to do. Because it's not hiding, your throat is not hiding. So why should you hide anything that you want to come out? of your throat. Our bodies often, tell us something, and we go through these. We have this, if you're watching this video, you definitely are someone who is, on this journey to just know yourself better. And when we're studying these different things, we're studying anything in astrology, esoteric knowledge, planet energetics, like we're doing right now, it is all to essentially know ourselves better. The purpose, a lot of people are looking for the purpose. What is the purpose? And I believe that the purpose is you. What can you learn more about you? What can you uncover more about this beautiful creation that is the body of God, baby, that you reside in? Okay, what can you uncover more about the temple within? And on that note, y'all, this has been beautiful. If you like this video, make sure, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you like this video. If you want to support me, that's how you do it. Like the video, subscribe to this channel so that you get all of my videos alerts. My website, thedenqueen.com, is going through, I'm revamping for the fall season, as we're switching gears, getting ready for homeschool season and all that good jazz. So it will be back up in a minute, momentarily. In the meantime, you can also hop over to your favorite, well, not your favorite, because we're on Spotify and Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. You can find the High Tea Podcast on any of those. So if you're interested in some just freedom knowledge, freedom speech, I'll talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that on my podcast. You can head over there and just give me a shout out when you get there. This was all for this video, and I will see y'all next time.